Hi viewers, welcome to Polaris 2020. In this episode, we are going to specifically deal with a subject which is called as sales. Now, when you talk about sales, you must have heard that there are a lot of people who are very keen to build a career in this particular field. And if you carefully and minutely observe, you will come across a situation whereby you will find that a particular set of people are very confident and they get into the groove very easily when it comes to pushing the sales and convincing the customer, while you will come across another set of people who are not that confident. Now the question is, wherein lies the difference? You've got to understand that because the people who have got a go-getter kind of an attitude, who are very confident in terms of communication and who can sort of relate to the customer pretty quickly, for them it gets easier to push sales. But if somebody is somewhat introvert in nature and not willing to sort of mingle with people and not really have got the smartness and the confidence for this purpose, they are the one who are likely to struggle if they step into this profession. First up, what is sales? The transfer of goods in exchange of money is usually considered as sales. Now, of course, there is an involvement of two parties, the sales executive as well as the customer. Now, the question is, when the sales executive tries to convince the customer, how does he pitch the product? The most important element out here, he should be able to portray the future of the product in such a manner so that the customer will get attracted towards it. You got to sort of create a temptation in the mind of the a customer, and simultaneously the sales executive should be able to sort of highlight the advantages and benefits associated with that particular product. And now it's easier said than done. It's a very sort of complex process because every customer is unique. You might at times come across people who will perhaps buy your argument pretty easily, but again there will be another set of people who will not invest their money into a product so easily. So it varies sort of from person to person. Therefore, as a sales executive, you have to be very, very flexible, and you got to make sure that you have the necessary skills for the purpose of convincing a customer. Now, when you sort of start pushing the sales, you have to understand that there are two ways of selling the product. One is upselling and the other is cross-selling. In upselling, what you do is you ask the customer to spend more by buying an upgraded version of the same product. And in cross-selling, you try to convince the customer to buy related products. So these are the two elements which are considered to be very important. Now, what are the qualities that a good sales executive needs to have? First and foremost, he should be smart, he should be confident, he should have the necessary skills, his product knowledge has to be excellent, and above all, he should be able to create a need in the mind of the customer. Therefore, when you try to create a need in the mind of the customer, that is perhaps the most challenging aspect of sales. Because if I'm talking to somebody and if the person is inquiring about the product, I should be able to ensure that he gets the right information and he should get attracted towards the product. And that is why my role as a customer care executive or as a sales executive comes into play. So undoubtedly, it's a very challenging and perhaps a difficult and daunting task, no denying from that fact. People who have got the right mindset, people who have got the right communication skill, the people who come across as a very jovial person who knows for a fact how to sort of entertain the customer and how to pitch the product in such a manner so that the customer will get tempted to buy the product. For this category of people, sales is perhaps one of the most lucrative profession. But if somebody lacks all these qualities that I have stated in this video, for them perhaps sales is not something they should ideally consider. So this is where I would like to bring an end to this particular video. Thank you very much for watching this video. Keep liking, sharing and subscribing Polaris 2020. Thank you very much.